Hey, Ann McSweeney, how are you?
Hi, Sheryl Bailey. What's up?
Well, I thought we could talk about Taurus Power and tell people what is Taurus Power. We've been asking people, what is Taurus Power? What is Taurus Power? Who
Well,
is Taurus Power?
that's us because it's our happy birthday to us.
Happy birthday to us. It
Yep.
is April and we're going into May, so we're in the happy baby Taurus time.
Yeah. Happy birthday to us. So we have a project that's called Taurus Power because we're Tauruses. And what do you think Taurus is like? I think Tauruses think they're mostly right all the time
Well, because there's a reason for that.
because we are. Oh my
Yeah.
God.
What else do you think about Taurus Power?
Just strong, loyal, um, hardworking,
Mm-hmm.
uh, very dedicated to, you know, friends, family, and obviously music, because otherwise we wouldn't be here. Just,
Yeah, I always think we're very musically inclined, right? And aesthetics. We like beauty, we like nature, we like those things, but we also love to work together and create this project that we recorded and we're releasing.
yeah. So just for the people, our fans out there, well, we've known each other a long time. Like I remember seeing you at a session or something. We did some recording session in Brooklyn. I'm not sure if that's the first time we met. And you were like commuting, I think, back and forth from Maryland or DC or something. And I just had moved to New York like within like a year and we met and I was like right away, I was like, she's a Taurus. And so we've known each other so long, and so it's so cool that we can finally do a project because we live in different cities right now, and
Mhm.
we can still do compose and do stuff. So that's what we've been doing. And so our first release came out called Taurus Power by Sheryl Bailey,
The
and
title track, the title track.
that's the title track, um,
Mhm.
and that's out there. And I mean, I think, I've been wanting to, I think you brought up doing a project together. I was like, that sounds just normal. Like, of course. Why wouldn't we?
Right.
You know? Yeah.
Right.
So
Well, I think, I mean, no, I don't think, I know, I mean, we've worked together in so many different things and we always, I mean, it's a mutual admiration society. Let's
yeah.
just, that's what Taurus Power is in
Yeah.
terms of this project. And we're both composers and we're both serious players. And so I think it was so cool as a sort of a document of our friendship and, musical friendship and personal friendship to put this project together.
Totally. Yeah. You're right. Dead right on about that. Yeah. And how
Uh,
many hours have you been up?
how many hours have I been up? We have to get up very early here, up in the north.
Yeah.
But yeah, so this has been fun. We decided to have the amazing someone we also admire greatly, Jerry Bergonzi, the great tenor player. Jerry Bergonzi is our special guest, and also the virtuosic, incredible, powerful valve trombone playing of Mike Fahn. And then a friend, so it's a little collaboration between Boston and New York. Austin McMahon, who has become just to me my favorite drummer. I think that I hear Jerry calls him Awesome McMahon.
That's what Mike calls him.
Yeah, Awesome McMahon. Yeah, me too. I think we should just from now on just call him Awesome McMahon.
I think we should give him a call. Hi, is Awesome there? No, it's such a great band, and I'm so proud of this project, and it was so fun composing for it. I mean, I hope everybody gets to download it, stream it.
Yeah, so we're doing a digital release of this. So over the next few months, there'll be one song. So we're alternating between composers. So the one that just came out on April 1st is our title, our theme song, Taurus Power. And I want to note that the very cute bull drawing on the cover was done by my brother, John Bailey, amazing. And he also did Plucky Strum. If you look up Plucky Strum, he did the artwork for that. I love him. Thank you, John. He's
John.
brilliant.
And I just wore the Plucky Strum shirt the other day. I wear the swag all the time. We got to get some swag for Taurus Power.
Okay, folks, stay tuned. We're gonna have some swag coming. And then next month we're gonna have Marianne, your song Taurus Mode.
Yep, it's coming out May 1st.
May 1st. So tell me about Taurus Mode. I mean, I love your arranging for the horns. It's just something that I've not really experienced with, but you have a lot of experience writing for, I mean, you've written string quartets and, I mean, musicals and, I mean, just orchestrate a lot of things. So tell me about Taurus Mode and how you, I don't know, what was the inspiration and how you approach writing, especially for the horns.
Wow. Okay. So let's see. Well, you asked me to write something that was like, like a burner. And I'm like, all right, let's go. So I just, my writing starts at the piano. I just like, sometimes I'll just hit some chords and then it comes from there, and it has to come from somewhere. So that's where I start. And then, because I live with Mike Fahn, he's my husband, I asked him, a couple things about, I'm lucky that, he can just like rip off a couple little things. And I think I used a couple little things from inspiration that he played. But then I feel like I put it all in this bag, I roll it around, I redo it, I write it out, and then other things start to happen once I see it written out. So as far as my horn writing, I just like, them to I don't know, what would you call this? That it's not too crazy. It's I don't know if I have like the technical terms right now.
Well, it sounds incredible. It sounds powerful. And I love this chart in that there's a feature for everybody in it.
I wanted to feature everybody. That's right. I forgot about that. Everybody gets a feature. I love doing that. I feel really strongly in my writing. I do like to do that in my writing and spread it out over the band. For sure. I've done that before. So I guess that's one of my things that I do.
Yeah, it's a nice technique because then there are different layers where the arrangement goes to.
Yeah.
Thinking about the tonalities of the different instruments and how they build up. And then there are different, people get different sections to solo on. So it's not everybody soloing on the same area. So I think that it's compositional, but it's also an arrangement style at the same time.
Yeah. And often in my writing, now you're reminding me about this, like, because I'm like, my head is like in different things. I'm like, writing this musical right now. So I'm like not thinking jazz but just to have even two instruments soloing over changes at the same time. Because the typical jazz quartet, quintet, you go from tenor to bone to piano, bass, drums, out. I really like mixing up those colors. That's just me.
Yeah, well, and I think it set up this really incredible interaction between Mike and Jerry. And in a way, it did conjure sort of bulls playing, because it's called Tarzan. It conjured some bulls just playing and kind of sparring in a fun way together, which, I find it humorous and playful and fun, and it gets intense too.
Yeah.
So I love that. Just also to think about two musicians like Jerry and Mike, and putting them together. Yeah, letting them, see what they stir up and conjure up. And also, of course, Austin's back there kind of, pushing them along. So I think it's a great performance, and a great composition. So thank you, Mary Ann McSweeney.
Yeah, but I love your title track. I love that you started Taurus Power, the tune, with like, bam, it starts with the guitar solo. It doesn't even start with the melody. And then we all do the melody in unison. So you hear the melody a number of times. And that's another thing I think is important as composers in jazz. Like, often you hear the melody once or twice and it's short and they're out, and then you hear like improv for 25 minutes, and then, or that's an over exaggeration, and then you hear the head at the end and you're like, what? I want to hear more of that. So I like what you did, because that stuck in my head. I just listened to it the other day.
Well, I have to give, I stole this idea and a bit of the song form, because it's a little odd, there's a little odd tag there, kind of a very gospel tag at the end, from a Duke Pearson tune that I play with Alan Chase up here in Boston. And it's the same sort of format where you just blow and blow and blow, and then you play the melody, and as almost as a send off to the next soloist, but it's the melody, and then you play it at the end. So I did steal that. But
it's still your own melody. It's still your own changes.
Yes, it is. And yeah, that's what I was going for. And I like the harmony too, to be a little open, because you can play blues, but you can also, as I think about Jerry Bergonzi, to me, harmonically can get deep, right? So I wanted to leave it open, that if someone wanted to explore it from some, altered harmonies, they can go there, or you can just get down in the blues, which I don't know, it's kind of my aesthetic anyway. I always feel the blues should always be there for me in great jazz.
That's where I'm coming from, the blues 100%.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
Yeah, I was going to say, maybe some folks would like to know. I mean, later on, we have your tribute to Ray Brown, who was a big influence on you. I mean, actually, you hung with Ray a little bit, and I hear that and feel that in your playing.
Thank you. Well, I was just a very lucky young person at the time to have my classical teacher say, would you like to take lessons with Ray Brown? And I was like, yeah. I mean, I would be an idiot to say no. I mean, and so I got to do that. And then the person that studied with him taught me, John Clayton. So I got a lot of that, the roots of what you need to do as a bass player. And I pass that on to my students. You can buy a house just in like first and second position.
That's incredible. I love that. That's a great quote.
You can buy a house just playing right in the, and if people need to hear the low end.
Right on. Right on. Wow. Cool. Well, thank you, Mary Ann. This is cool. We'll have some more conversations like this, and let folks know Spotify, Apple Music, and on YouTube, you'll be able to hear Taurus Power, and hopefully you'll be able to see us live in person playing.
Oh yeah. We need to do that 100%. I have a whole vision for us, concert halls in the US, concert halls in Europe. Let's do it.